This is Corey.
And I'm Sharonda.
And this is Until Forever, a relationship podcast where we don't claim to be gurus or experts. We just trying to help somebody. And as always, drop us a line, send us a message, share a like, do all that fun stuff. But we want to hear from you. If you, what?
Nothing.
She be looking at me, I get nervous. Y'all get nervous when you, I get nervous.
Okay.
I think I'm doing something wrong. I'm telling you, I'll be, hey man. All right, so we just want to make sure that we're helping you, and we would love to hear from you because we need some help every now and then too. Amen?
Amen.
Okay, she don't like I said amen.
Church.
We not in church.
All right.
But I believe God is everywhere at all times, and we should be ready to give him what? They're going to think you don't like Jesus.
I don't know how you want me to finish that sentence.
What you think you need to give him at all times?
Honor?
Okay. Lord have mercy. Honor? You sound like you in Sunday school. Don't know the answer. All right. So, in these next few episodes, I'm challenging us. And I don't know if she's even ready for this. So we're going to challenge each other to be extremely transparent, to be real, and to go over some of those things and misconceptions that most relationships have. This one is going to be more of a misconception one because we're going to, and she's not ready. I know, I can tell, look at her face. She's not ready. She's not ready. And everything that we're going to do, I'm challenging you to also do it with your significant others. So,
Others. It better be one other.
Oh, well, you know what I meant.
Each other.
And we're not talking about polygamy.
Okay.
We're not talking about I had to make sure. We're not talking about polygamy. But is it important if you have things in common with your husband or your wife or your partner or your boyfriend, your girlfriend, the person you're in a relationship with? Is it important to have things in common? This, I think, is important because a lot of times we enter into relationships based off of commonalities, based off of those things. I like to hoop, but she don't even like basketball, bro. It ain't gonna work. Stuff like
That's
that.
not true.
It is true because at first you didn't want to date anybody that didn't like love and basketball.
That's not true.
Well, clean it up then, since it ain't true.
I, 1, love basketball. 2, you don't hoop.
Okay, first of all, I was
You're giving an example?
I was giving an example.
Oh, okay. Just making
Lord
sure.
have mercy. Why you telling me about I don't hoop? Maybe I do.
But you don't.
Maybe I want them to think I can dunk.
Oh, but you can't.
Well, I'll tell you. Okay, so this is how we're going to start. Sharonda is going to give me some things, some hobbies, some things that she does and that she has. And I want to know, first of all, if I knew, and because when I tell you this is going to challenge us, like it's really going to challenge us. I want to know if I knew about that stuff and how it fits with things that I like to do. Let's go there.
Oh, I don't think we have any common hobbies.
See, what I tell you. Let me hear what you got, though.
No.
You like to knit, right?
I don't knit.
Oh.
I did once have a love for crocheting.
Yes, you did.
I don't really have time. I don't really have time to make time for it because I make time for a bunch of other things.
Mm-hmm.
But it is something that I would like to pick back up at some point in my life.
Okay. Tell me some more about you.
I like music.
Mm-hmm.
I like learning things. So I like to go to museums or I like going to plays.
Wait, can I interject?
Okay.
I'm sorry. Is it okay?
Sure.
All right. She didn't like it. I don't care. All right. So, music is how we fell in love.
Is it though?
You ever seen Brown Sugar?
Oh gosh.
It was something like that. I was a struggling rapper.
Something like that, but you weren't.
And she was when we first met, I was trying to get music stuff from her. It was strictly music. She was on something else. But it was strictly about
Somehow I think that was in reverse, but keep going.
I'm playing. I met her at church and she told me she knew how to play the piano.
I said I can read music, and I had piano lessons.
And I couldn't read music. I was very interested in reading music. And so I approached, that was my angle. I said, hey, maybe you could help me read some music. You know what I'm saying? And she said, well, I got all these books with lessons and things. So she gave me
theory books.
She gave me the theory books. And
for those who actually know.
She gave me the theory books. And I think that was the moment, like our eyes met.
It really was.
And it was then I knew then. But fellas, you know how when you immature,
he didn't know.
You make stupid decisions, you do dumb things, you go to roundabouts and things.
Ooh, yeah.
No, she right, I didn't know. But my God, I think the music is what brought it. So I said that to say that music is really how I think I really started falling for her. There would be times that we would just sit down and just listen to music.
Yeah. Play like old songs on YouTube or through CDs that we had. Like I had a ton of CDs, Corey had a ton of CDs, or really probably his mom's CDs. But and then that was back when you had like LimeWire. Okay, we're not talking about that. Okay.
Statute of limitations up.
Anywho, he had like
y'all was doing it. Go play with me.
Music streaming websites.
They ain't had them back then.
Downloading.
Well, nobody streaming. We was downloading them mugs.
Downloading.
We was putting them on that. We was downloading 5-minute songs. It took 2 hours to get that one song on your computer. But when you got it on there, G,
because you're gonna have it on repeat.
The whole CD, and when you download one and the quality off, you be mad. You start looking for the right ones. You know that.
Yeah, you gotta delete it and start all over.
You had to be there.
We're definitely a music household. Like we get up in the morning to music. Like the kids drag if we're not playing music. So I'm always like, okay, let's play some music. And we have like the whole house device thing where we're blasting music through the house. We play music on the way to drop the kids off to school, to work. There's always music going.
Yeah, so I'm sorry. I just wanted to interject, but I'll let you get back to where you were.
Okay. I like watching television. I love reading books. Just like to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really think I actually named anything.
No, that's terrible.
I love writing.
She likes to write. She reads too when she has time.
When I have time, I've become fond of audiobooks, unfortunately. But I still purchase books because there's something about holding the book and looking at the words on the page.
Oh, yeah. It means something. It's different. You got to have that feeling. So while she's talking, a lot of stuff is becoming clear to me. And, this is when I tell you this is real time, like for real, this is real time. And we're doing it like this because I need you to really understand how important it is to have these type of conversations. We're just conversing in front of y'all. But like the thing, is that right? Conversing or conversating?
We're having a conversation.
So just throw it all, throw them both out the way. Okay, I got you. Y'all let me know which one it is so I can rub it in her face. I think it's conversing. Okay, so, but I'm realizing how busy we are, and not just how busy we are, but how little time we make for the things that just bring us pure joy, enjoyment. I don't think that's good.
We do a lot of parallel activity. Like, if Corey's watching something he likes, he's watching it on his iPad because he's nice. And I'm watching something I like on the television. It's very, like, we have, like, a handful of shows that we both watch. And I'll say, like, are you ready to watch the next episode? And we'll put it on and we'll watch it.
We're behind.
On everything. I used to play video games a lot, but it was more so like Mario games or racing games, and Corey likes to play more...
All of it.
Yeah, just everything, like shooter games or mystery games or games with dead people coming at you.
Mystery games?
God of War, stuff like that.
You better name it.
So...
That's right.
Most of the time, like, I usually just want to, like, de-escalate, or I'm working on... like my accounts that I handle for social media, and I just want time to just like decompress from the day. So I'm like downstairs. Whereas earlier in our marriage, I used to like, and even before we were married, I would like sit in the room with you while you did those. If I wasn't playing, I was like sitting there watching you, following the storyline. And now it's just kind of like, I have other things I could be doing. So I'm trying to get those things done, or I'm just dead tired and I want to sleep.
And you know, that's really where I want to get back to. So we have to work as hard as we can right now so that in a few years we're able to get back to, man, I have nothing to do.
Yes.
Like, I can't remember the last time we sat back and it was like, man, we got something to do.
There's always something that could be being done.
Always something. Always something. It keeps us busy. That's probably going to be an episode 2, is how do we keep the fire going when we're so busy. So, some of my stuff, she named the hobbies for me, some of them. She named the video games, which my PlayStation is literally collecting dust. It's so bad that I've spread my systems out throughout the house so that if I'm able to, I don't have to, because for me now it's become a hassle to come up to the area I play the game at and, you know, just be there to play the game. So I moved one of them to the front room. TV, Xbox is there.
Yeah.
And I got the Nintendo by the bed, the Switch by the bed. So if I get a little inkling, I can grab it. But I'm playing for like 5 minutes. I used to like really put time in the game. I don't have it anymore. And I've always been a gamer forever, like for years since I was a child. I just didn't put it, you know, I would go outside. It wasn't like these kids nowadays, it's Fortnite or nothing else. They're not going outside. No, games were for when you couldn't go outside.
Not our kids.
Well, not ours. Definitely not ours. Caleb like outside. Kirsten's more.
Caleb and Caitlin like to go outside.
Yeah.
Kirsten would sit on a game all day.
That's my girl. That's my girl.
Like, yeah.
She's
This
a
morning,
gamer.
I told her she needed to take a minute because she, like, all I heard was like a noise and I thought something fell on her. And she was mad because she didn't get first place on Fortnite.
Well, when she's used to the top, you know, you can't help.
Okay.
She's, you know, that's my girl. We're going to talk to her, though. We're going to figure it out. But yeah, that music, absolutely music, all day music. I love music. I used to listen to music to go to sleep. Sharonda took that from me. I'm still learning how to deal with that. But whatever. So
Music makes my brain turn.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't listen to music while I'm trying to relax to go to sleep because the music has my brain turning and thinking, and I can't stop my brain from thinking so that I can go to sleep.
So I guess let's call those external commonalities.
Okay.
Because those are things that aren't really internal, that we could, you know, we share in common. So let's deal with that. So the external stuff brought us together. Let's not even play with it.
Yeah.
We both had a huge love for music.
We went to the same church. We love God.
Oh,
We
'cause
like
he's
having
good.
fun.
He's good all the time.
Yes.
Yeah, we did like having fun.
Like having fun, like goofing off.
Yes.
Corey
yes.
more so than me.
Mhm.
But yeah.
We loved. I loved making her laugh. She loved to laugh, and it brought us together. And what's crazy is now those things that brought us together, we don't really get to share the laughing thing, absolutely. But I'm talking about, like, you know, things we shared in common at that time. We can't really even, you know, we played Mario Kart a lot together. We did race each other here and there. No,
I think that's how I realized there was something different between you and I than all the other friends that were in our friend circle, because so Corey let me take his GameCube, if anybody is old enough to know what a GameCube is.
You sure did.
He let me borrow his GameCube because I didn't have a game system and I love playing Mario Kart, and I said something about having the GameCube, and all the other guys in our friend group were like, wait, what? Because Corey don't let nobody borrow his games.
I sure did.
And I was like, oh.
Where is it at
This
now?
is different.
Oh!
No, sir. You got your GameCube back. If you don't have it, that's on you.
When was the date that you gave it to me?
No, sir.
I need to know.
You know what you used to do with your
Give me
sisters.
approximate. You don't have to.
You had your GameCube back. Then the Wii came out.
I definitely sold that, but I'm sure.
So Corey would go to GameStop in a second and be like, "I like to trade these in to go towards this."
Sure was. That was back before GameStop. I take my PlayStation 5 GameStop right now. They'll give me $5, and with a straight face, $5.50. They might throw 50 cents on there and make me feel special. $5.50, sir. They tripping now. They think I don't know what they think. But back in the day, yeah, you used to be able to you trade in a couple things, you get a new system in the game, $25. It wasn't, and that wasn't nothing to me. Ain't nothing to, let it go. Put it in it's in the sea, bro. We didn't upgrade it anyway. So yeah, those things they brought us together, but it's crazy because they don't keep us together.
No.
So what do you think happened? That was it just us connecting? Because now let's talk about the internal things that we shared in common. What do we have in common?
What do you mean by internal?
Internally. Okay, so you said God earlier. I see God as an internal thing.
Okay.
Because that's one thing.
Well, I said church and God. So church was external, God internal.
Boom. And I don't care what you say, they're definitely different. Because when it comes to God, I think it's more about personal relationship. When it comes to church, I think it's about how you prefer to worship. It's worship preference. Do you like your church like this? Do you like your church like this? Or do you like your church where I need a cup? Like this, where you sipping coffee and listening to the word. I don't see nothing wrong with whatever you prefer. It's fine. The Bible it tells you to make a joyful noise, all that fun stuff. Whatever. All I'm saying is this. Internally, we both desired to have a relationship with God in a way that we knew that was our life. Like, I don't think we could have moved forward together if we knew that one of us deep down didn't really kick it with God like that.
No. Well, I mean, you romanticize, I think you've matured over time, even during our friendship, about what you thought about your potential wife and church and all of that. But, it was a deal breaker for me. Like, if you didn't love God, there's no point in you talking to me, because I wasn't getting ready to put my faith aside for the sake of having a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely grew up in the church. My dad was already a preacher before I was born, before he married my mom, and raised in a believing household. Went to a Christian elementary school, went to a Catholic high school, and I love God, and everything I do, I wanted to please Him. And so, the foundation of whatever marriage I was going to have, it was going to have to come back to God, because anything that we go through, I want to be able to go back to the Word of God to handle it.
Wow. Okay, woman. I like that. What's another? What do you think is another internal commonality?
Internal. I don't think these things were initial. You know what I'm saying? I don't think these things were initial things.
Wow, you preaching
I
today.
think these things were things that grew over time, like our love for each other.
Mm-hmm.
Our friendship was a very strong friendship, and then that friendship grew into a romantic relationship. And so because of that, our love is not just this, what is it word that people like to use? It wasn't something on a whim. It wasn't physical based. It wasn't based on looks. It was like this foundation. I feel like our relationship has a strong foundation, because we wanted to see each other win as friends in life. And then once we began to actually have a love for each other, we also wanted things to happen for each other because we truly loved each other. And I think that love is internal. Would that count as something internal?
I think so. I think it does. I think you definitely have to share a love for each other in common. I love that you said it became, we were friends, so we wanted to see each other win in life.
As friends, yes.
Yeah. But then once we fell in love, we wanted to see each other win in life. Did you catch it?
I don't know that I said it like that, but I did catch it.
Ooh, but it felt good. Did
But
you catch
I
it?
mean, that literally is what I mean, because
Yes.
I know a lot of people thought that we had feelings for each other before we actually acknowledged we had feelings for each other. So like there were things that I would do for Corey just because he was really like my best friend, and not because I had feelings for him. That's just the type of friend I was, and that's the type of friend I wanted to be to him. And then once there was like this, okay, there are feelings I have for him where I always want to be with him and I would want to be with him forever, then it became a sacrifice of, this is what I'm willing to do because I love you. It's a different type of love.
Okay.
And then we have kids, so we have that in common because we're married now.
Oh yeah. That's external. I'm playing. So I mean, okay. So the internal commonalities are things that I think love languages.
Okay.
Love languages.
Are you making this stuff as we go along?
It's hitting me like it just slapped me in the back of the head. Love languages.
Okay.
Now you don't necessarily share the same love language, but you can definitely have two that complement each other,
Yes.
or even know how to complement that person's love. So like while we share, and I think all of these things too branch off of the love that we have in common because we really love each other. If physical touch is my love language because you love me, you're going to make sure that that physical touch is there, that you are practicing that love language with me on a regular basis. I think. You tell me what you think.
I agree. When you love someone without sacrificing who you are also going to do things that feed their love tank.
Mm-hmm. Love tank. Girl, you talking dirty tonight.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, so yeah, I like that. I like that. So after all of that, like, do you think it's important that you have things in common, or is not having those things in common? Because honestly, when you first meet someone, all you're going to have is the external commonalities until you get to know each other and figure out the things that you really have in common. But at that time, how important is it that you don't have the externals, or that you do?
If you have to fake the externals, you have a bad foundation on the relationship from the get-go.
Ooh, so wait a minute. So you mean to tell me, because I've heard people say this, girl, if he liked 2K, then you better act like you like it too.
Yeah.
You watch him play the game, girl, get with him, clap your hands when he's scored a basket, and just tell him, hey, touchdown. And no, 2K basketball, what you doing? This not a touchdown, it's a 3-pointer. Like, stop it. Like, I think that is something that is a misconception. I think when you're trying to win the other person's affection, you try to make yourself like the things that they like instead of bringing the genuine you, so that you can really balance out things and say, hey, what do we have in common? What, you like that. That doesn't mean I need to like it too.
Correct. Like, I was very vocal about the fact that I did not watch football and I did not like football. But because Corey liked watching football, I sat sometimes and watched it with him, learned some of the rules so that I wouldn't just be sitting there not knowing what's going on. But I love basketball. Corey doesn't really watch basketball until playoff season.
That's when it matters. I don't care nobody say.
And only because of the busyness of life do I not really get to actually watch all season long. I just kind of catch clips here and there and follow the team that I want to follow.
Mm-hmm.
But like, we were very open about that from the get-go. I do remember people thinking that I was faking about liking video games, but I was always honest about which games I liked and which games I was just going to watch him play. And I only became interested in his stats in playing the game because he was excited about stuff he was doing on the game. And I genuinely love music. Like, my RA used to bam on my door because I would leave music playing when I went to class. Like, I love music. So these were genuine things that we had in common, or things that we knew the other person liked and we took an actual interest in getting to know because we cared about getting to know more about that person. But if you don't have anything in common at all, I just kind of wonder how's this relationship even going to work?
Can commonalities be things you want?
What do you mean by things you want? Like, I want to travel more.
So, let's say two people are getting to know each other and they both want to be the best in their field professionally. So they are both pushing to be the best that they can be. Can that be something that they have in common, their drive to succeed? And will that draw them together? Or do you think they need to really take the time to get to know each other?
I feel like there's got to be something else other than the drive drawing you together.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm getting to. Is that so? To sum it up, because we about out of time. To sum it up, what I'm thinking is, when it comes to having things in common, I think it is just the spark that ignites the fire, and whether the fire burns or not is if the two are willing to fan. Stop it. Fan the flames and keep them burning.
Oh, definitely.
I just think what we have done in this era of dating sites, and I ain't knocking them because there's people who have beautiful relationships that met each other on blackpeoplemeet.com or what's the one, the farm one? What's that one?
I don't remember.
You remember they were.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember.
That jingle was the bomb.
But you don't remember it though.
I sure don't. It was a terrible job at that thing.
Blackpeoplemeet.com did not have a tune, but you remember what it is.
It's because I'm black, probably.
Okay.
But all of them sites, you get on there and you put down the stuff you like in common, and they match y'all together. And sometimes the relationship works, sometimes it don't. But in this era, it's hard to have a genuine spark because, and I might be wrong, I may be totally off base with it, but I just feel it's hard to have a genuine spark because you were matched. And when you're matched, you go in thinking the spark should happen automatically. Like it should already, we done sparked already. We got the same likes. Like the computer put us together. Gee, we supposed to already be compatible. You know what I mean? When, and I really feel like if you took me and you took Sharonda and you put our profiles together, there's not a computer in the universe that would have matched us. Not one single one.
I would have told you, there's no way I'm going to end up with that guy. Just no way.
And that's because she didn't see me dance yet. She saw.
You can't dance though.
If they put my moves on the profile, it'd totally change the tune.
He can't dance. He doesn't dance.
Well, it's just some haters in the room today.
He tries.
Bottom line. Bottom line is this: don't let commonalities weigh so heavy when it comes to the relationship. It all boils down to what you're willing to work towards. If you really fall in love with someone, don't let the fact that y'all don't like the same stuff push you apart, especially if the relationship is real and if it's genuine and if you're in love with someone. I think it means more and it has more weight than Sharonda coming up here to play the game with me. And you gotta be careful because I really feel like this ain't church, but I feel like the enemy will use those things to push you apart. Like, look at her. She don't care about what you like.
Oh my goodness.
She might care. She just might have a lot of stuff going on in her own life. And I think that's where we're at. Because the other day I was up here playing the game. I hadn't played in a long time. And I called down there to her because I just, I miss it. I miss her being there while I'm playing the game. I don't know if it's because I win and I want her to see me winning or something. I don't know what it is. It's that gratification that's there. But I miss it. I miss times where we just sit down and listen to music. Like that, when YouTube started popping, we would type in 90s music videos and R&B videos, and we would sit there and just watch them and laugh at them. And, ooh, do they have such and such? And we go to that one next, and then the next one. And I think it would be nice if we had a week away with just me, you, internet connection. What you laughing at?
I was like, where are you going with this?
Be you the internet, so we can watch movies and videos and stuff, and just know
We listen to music
responsibility.
together though, like while we're folding laundry or
Folding laundry.
folding laundry.
What else do we listen to music together when we do stuff? What are we doing?
You cut your hair, or you listening to music?
Oh Lord. She be missing cues. Somebody text her. She be missing cues. Oh, Lord.
All right, guys.
Well, this has been another episode of Until Forever. We hope that you like, share, and feel free to comment. We won't see it real time because this is pre-recorded. But if you send us a message, we'll get that message. We'll read that message. And you know what? We'll respond to that message. Because one thing we do have in common is we want relationships to work. And we love the Lord. And if God is in it,
You gonna finish it?
you got to say something.
See you guys next week.
That's what you... If God is in it, see you guys next week. She could have said something that rhymed. If God is in it...
All that's coming to my head is the song.
Which one?
Jonathan Nelson, Jason Nelson.
How it go?
If God is in it, there is no limit.
That's what you should have said. If God is in it,
That has nothing to do with what we're talking about, though.
there is
We're
no...
way over time.
Okay. Y'all bye.